update video of a 765 LT. Gorgeous sound. Okay, will it be a startup of the 765 LT? What is gorgeous. Could it be a startup? So, could it be some sound? I've been waiting. Jag tror att vi tar en efter. Får vi vara med, tjejer? Gorgeous. So that's about it. So let's do exterior walk around of the car in 8K. It's a little bit on the high setting, but that's something you could do in the settings to get it lower. So this is number 000, pre-production. So 765 examples will be made. A little over 50 millimeters longer than the regular 720S. Of course, the front spoiler and the rear spoiler is a bit longer. And see the characteristic air outlets over the front fenders to reduce lift. Looks even better with lights on. This rear is absolutely insane. Gorgeous. See how it looks from below. Absolutely gorgeous. 765LT specific wheels, gloss carbon, and even see the engine from the rear as an option. So 765LT baggage room is actually huge to be for being this dedicated sport car. Kids enjoy it. Trunk is really large on the 765LT. These so let's have a look on a car with both doors open. And really obvious there. The gorgeous Senna seats. Full Alcantara. And what is stunning is this optional engine view. $765LT specific. gorgeous. And so we have and this is just super sporty, bare carbon underneath. Not even a painted. Oh, sorry, not even painted or having textile floor. And the good thing with the 765, it's numbered. Not even the GT2 RS is numbered. So this is pre-production, you see, 000 of 755. Forged carbon here everywhere. Alcantara everywhere. Is it even? Yeah, here. Gorgeous. Absolutely, just have a look at this. It's like a pure sports car. Carbon shell everywhere. Let's have a look on the other side. What a car. Could it be more hardcore than this? Wow. Have a look at this. This is straight like Formula 1. There's something funny with the carbon, you always want to touch it. And you even have a, within all this carbon you have 12-volt outlet here. And some kind of smaller holder there. And this is good, you always know where to have it, it's fixed position. And yeah, it's gorgeous. Forged carbon everywhere. I think I saw. Oh yeah, this specific to let out air from the wheelhouses. Gorgeous. And oh yeah, we have interior camera with a track package. Wow. And net, supply net here as well, like storage net. And maybe I'm mistaken, yeah, it has a stereo. You never know. I mean, such a hardcore car. Stitching there. And the camera. So that's a bit of view of the interior in 8K. I'm going to do a little, so have a look at the interior of the 765LT in 8K. Immediately you can see the Senna seats. You can see there's floor mats, but below the floor mats it's just raw carbon, completely Formula 1 style. Center indicating on the steering wheel. Alcantara everywhere, red contrasting stitching. You could have four belt harness, 4 seat belt harness for the track. This is optional. Gorgeous view of the engine. Have a track package with camera. Interior 765LT. Embossed on the headrests. This is carbon here, optional. Numbered plaque, pre-production 000. Forged carbon everywhere. I don't have the key on me, so I cannot start it. But cup holder, armrest is scrapped, USB and audio integration. Gorgeous Senna seats prepared for 4-seat harness. Is it carmine red? Interior cold, I'm not sure. Extra lightweight, you can see here, the pattern here, super lightweight. You can have a look at the trunk, which is actually surprisingly large. There we have it. Air intakes. You could have an MSO hood, gloss carbon. You can have a 12-volt outlet. You could have cold beverages, for example. You can see the gorgeous metallic gray. It's not any kind of nard or crayon. It's pure metallic. And when you're walking around the Senna, you can not refrain from looking at the rear spoiler and exhaust. Look at those heat shields. Crazy. So let's have a last look at the interior. See if we can do a startup of it, if we're lucky. What the driving position? See, the angle of the seat is 90 degrees. Talk about driving focused view. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's about it for the interior. So, gloss carbon here, and just have a look at that. You have the full width of the tire visible. Here you have some gorgeous carbon. I don't even know what that is. Wheelhouse maybe? And you have the heat shields. Look at those heat shields. This kind of reminds me about, I don't know, like Formula 1, like spaceship technology. Wow. You can watch this rear detail forever. Just have a look at this. You can see the suspension, gearbox, double clutch with the shortest ratio ever on a McLaren street car, apparently. This mesh looks so much better. It's really evident it's different from the 720. I was thinking, how would this look if you just take away all the mesh? You could just like throw it away. It's just extra weight. I wonder how this would look if you use it as a winter car. Probably not so good. But the rear is really spectacular on the 720. They kind of like outdone them on the 720. I mean, just have a look at this. And you kind of forget, just check out this huge diffuser. I guess this is standard, but I do not know if it's standard to have it in gloss carbon. Probably not. Is this the world's smallest reverse light? Could it be smaller? Wow. And there's actually no 765 designation. I guess that's that will cost you some grams. So better with too much detail than too little. I really like gloss carbon. I would prefer to have gloss carbon all the time. So This is metal, but this with the same pattern is actually gloss carbon. The more you look at it, the more details you can see. You can see how the wing protrudes, what you say, goes out. .765 specific rims. Just absolutely gorgeous.
Lite bråttom.
Gorgeous.
Är ni bara här för att titta på det eller vad?
Video of a 765 LT. Gorgeous sound. Har vi 765, inte vanlig 720 utan specialversionen. Det ser brutalt ut med de här 4 avgasrören. Alla som går förbi bara 4 avgasrör. 720 är inte liksom, den är inte diskret, men här är 10 resor värre. Ja, syns imorgon, Gustav. Ja.
Det här är speciellt då, 765.
lovely. So maybe we can get some revs tomorrow. So I would say the first thing you notice that's really nice is the 4 exhaust. I'm gonna have a closer look on it tomorrow. Gorgeous car. I mean, talk about hardcore. I mean, the GT2 RS doesn't have anything on it, I assume. So give me your comments what you think about the 765LT below. How a GT2 RS would be able to take it on. Maybe it's more controllable, the GT2 RS, but I'm not sure if it is. So I'm actually gonna go for a walk now. G63. Let me know if I should upload the first little clip also when it was cruising slowly. I was about accidentally deleted it. So we have a gorgeous 765 LT now in the wild outside McLaren Stockholm, and it is actually as usual in 8K, and I would say it's somewhat darker in tone. It looks a lot more aggressive and better from the outside than it's funny how the kids love it. But the grown-ups don't care, or pretend that they don't care. I'm not pretending. I love it. It looks so gorgeous. And here is evident with the front split how aggressive it looks. And toy. Just gorgeous car.
Jag tar inte bilder nu i början.
Ja, so up here is Minecraft founder house, and see this from a distance, you immediately see there 4 brutal exhausts. This is really brutal. This time I can use the word. And just see how all the mechanics behind. Gearbox. And even the mesh is different. Larger openings than the 720. Just gorgeous car. Now outside you see this reflector really much more evident. this is so smooth. And it's not, Porsche does not have this kind of look. Not even the 918. Gorgeous car. We have clear carbon parts here. These 765 unique openings in the over the what to say, the front wheel arches. Just gorgeous.
Bilden av det till dig sen.
Ja, gör det.
På sms.
So you cannot stop staring at this. Imagine this in clear carbon. I'm quite sure it's possible to order it in clear carbon, MSO. And once you see the roof scoop, you should like order it with MSO roof scoop. Just look how this mesh looks a lot better than the 720's mesh. I don't know why, but it sure does. So 8K on YouTube and 1080 on Facebook. So aggressive.
Nothing.
The splitter is really more aggressive, but the really one thing you notice is the rear exhaust. Okay, will it be a startup of the 765LT? What is gorgeous. Could it be a startup? So, could it be some sound? I've been waiting. Jag tar en efter. Får vi vara med, tjejer? Gorgeous. So that's about it. Ja, tjejer, ska vi då?
Jag fick
Ja, exakt.
Ja, i och för sig. Jag kan ju filma nära.
jag fick det.
Ja, jag såg det. Gorgeous sound. So I would like to have one 7-Eleven. Lovely. What a sound. So, that was a gorgeous 765LT. So, let's have a view of the interior only in the 765LT. Center indicating on the steering wheel. Alcantara clad everywhere. Senna seats. Even here you see below the floor mats there is no mats at all. It's bare carbon. Still a very distinct sound when you clap on those floor mats. Outtakes for 4-point harness. So we have 765 settings, for example. Performance shift Q, valet mode, rear view camera, works good.
Alltså, den är enormt snygg. Mest kommer den där blåa bilen. Hallå. Störde alltihopa nu. Där är den. Den låter det. Åh nej, den kommer mot oss. Den kommer mot oss. Häftigt.
So what in rear? Let's see if we can turn on the rear lights by opening the door, maybe? Yes. 4 exhaust, titanium I believe, and despite their 4 pipes instead of 2 pipes, it's lighter than the exhaust system on the 720S. And I mean, I just did a film only on the rear because it's so aggressive and impressive. And yeah, I've done a walkthrough of this car, both in 8K and 4K, and I will tell you some about it, but it's your chance to buy a limited numbered edition of a Super Series for the track and for the street. Lower gearing, somewhat lower top speed than the 720S, but instead huge acceleration numbers, 0 to 200, 0 to 300, and I am quite sure crazy track times, especially with R tires, cup tires, and the Senna brake discs, as you can have as an option. It will just be a crazy track weapon. And it's not a GT2 RS. GT2 RS is not even numbered competitor. It's a 918 Spider competitor. 918 is numbered. So maybe there we have for 1/3 of the price, or half the price. So just look at the pattern here, same pattern here, but this is carbon. The gearbox, it's just crazy. Anyway, I could stare at this for days. See if we can get a startup of it. So, what an interior. Take a 720S, make it even sportier. Take away 80 kilos, add 45 horsepower. Add Senna seats. And you can also have 4-point harness, and you're all set for the track. R tires, and I mean, it's not a GT2 RS killer, it's a 918 Spider killer for half the price, or less than half the price. And just as the Spider is numbered, but this is actually produced in lower numbers than the 918. 918 wasn't it 918 examples? This is just 765 examples. And I filmed a lot of details in 8K, I'll upload that separate in 8K. Always a challenge getting out of the car. So this is, it's like, it's not a GT2 RS class, it's a class of its own. I mean, maybe it's even as similar in performance to the P1, except the electric motor. But considering the 720S did 0 to 300 in 19-20 seconds, 765LT must do it in 17 seconds. I mean, 918 Spider killer, it's not a GT2 RS killer. Just incredible.
Ja, eller hur?
765LT specific, gloss carbon, huge Senna calipers, I believe 54 millimeters longer than the 720S. here we have this, unique for the 765. Outlets, as found on the GT2 RS, GT3 RS. Outlets for the wheelhouse in order to minimize the turbulation here and reduce lift on the front axle at speeds, because it's a huge place for centrifugal, not centrifugal, but air disturbance. Just notice the blinker here. Just inside here is forged carbon. And 765LT specific, Senna rotors, Senna brakes as an option, 20,000 euros I believe. And now I notice this here is the reflector. I didn't even notice that, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Attention to detail and this rear net and spoiler. You could get the MSO clear carbon spoiler. See my configurator. I would go for these in a non-paint. I mean, paint, that's weight, you know. So in this color I would go for the whole wheel. It's only one type of rim for the 765LT. You can see here, it's even logo on it.
Så de här små ligger på 850 eller?
So here we have why it's super unique. It's like a super serious limited edition. Only 765. This is a pre-production, so it's number 000. And matte carbon is not even gloss painted here. Here's gloss painted. But it's numbered as the GT2 RS 991 is not numbered, for example. It's not limited edition. This is strictly limited edition. Forged carbon here. Just an all-out monster. You can see here is like, it's not a nard or gray or crayon, it's much deeper. It's actually metallic or pearl. So apparently this thing here is for the heat and fire. And also for the rearward visibility. And also you can see the holes here are much larger than on the regular 720S. I don't think you could stick your finger in the 720S outlets. Here you have the whole transmission gearbox. I mean, and also did you notice the opening here? You have the tire here, you have the whole gearbox. I mean, I must go and film that for you. Let me do a little. Let's do So, gloss carbon here. And just have a look at that. You have the full width of the tire visible. Here we have some gorgeous carbon. I don't even know what that is. Wheelhouse maybe? And you have the heat shields. Wow. The struggle to get in a 765LT when you're over a certain age. Anyway, not colored seatbelt, but that's something I kind of miss. But center indicator, Alcantara, real Senna seats. Wow. And apparently the electronic controls are more visible on the seats on the 600LT than on the Senna, so these are more Senna seats than 600LT seats. And I immediately kind of have a nice position. Let's see. Wow, it's so light. Wow, you could be really short to drive this if you want. So let's see, I should have it like this. Maybe somewhat more in front. And do we have the... Yeah. Okay, we need to... Yeah. I don't know why I can't adjust the steering wheel. But, yeah. Maybe this is perfect. And finally, the BMW way. Paddles are on the steering wheel. It's not on the steering column. But the lightness in that seat is I never experienced anything like it. I mean, how could this even be stuck? Yeah, what a gorgeous car. I want to go out and drive it. I mean, it's a monster.